Hello, Taurus. This is Leanne with Mystic Inspirations, and I'm bringing you your mid-month mini tarot. So I threw some stones, and it looks like you've got, a pretty good lineup here. The things that are needing healing, maybe your brow chakra and root chakra, that's happening right now. But you've got a few other things that are in line, but just not quite integrated for you right now. Maybe you just haven't embraced your ascension. If that, I mean, I know people throw that word around, but maybe try to line things out. It does show that you've thrown negativity out of your life, which is a good thing. We are all sort of getting that message, and have been for a while, that it's time to just get rid of what doesn't serve us anymore. So good for you, Taurus, that you've done that, it looks like, and you're working on healing what needs to be healed. And really, as far as your inner self goes, it doesn't look like you have too many things out of place. So on with your reading. We have your underall, or overall, however you want to look at it. I peeked the bottom of the card. We have the Five of Pentacles as an underlying theme. Okay, so this is the underlying energy, sort of, that's going to run through the next couple of weeks. And again, I don't know if you've watched the All Signs video at the beginning of the month, but this card can be, it doesn't look pleasant, right? So it's cold, it's alone, there's nothing around, so there's lack, right? But I mean, there's pentacles on the tree, right? So the money growing on trees, that's not so bad. I feel like with the Five of Pentacles, especially in this deck, it's really lending itself to doing what you need to do on your own. And that may mean that you do have to be isolated. You do have to be sort of out of the spotlight, out in the cold, as a lot of folks refer to this card as. And, this is a temporary situation. You won't feel this way forever. Your finances won't be frozen forever. Your health won't be stalled forever. Okay, so this is a card of sort of, it looks stagnant, but really, as a five, it's busting out of stagnation. Okay, four is the stable possible stagnation card, and fives, it's like anything, a bird popping through an eggshell when it's hatching. That doesn't look pleasant either, right? So, this is maybe you standing up saying, you know what, I've got to do this. So let's see how this energy pertains. Our focus cards, we have the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, now first off, we have two twos. So it looks like you're going to have some responsibility added on to you the last couple of weeks, Taurus. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, okay? You may have to juggle some things around. So, embrace having a partner to do that. Okay, this can be a marriage card, this can be a, love relationship card, but this is a general reading. So I'm not necessarily feeling that. I'm more feeling that, this is referring back to this Five of Pentacles card is showing us that, you have something that you have to be responsible for. Embrace help from others, okay? Because you're going to have to juggle. You're going to have to juggle your time, your work, your passion, your family, your free time, if there is any. Okay, so there's murky waters behind you. And so allowing someone else to come in and help is going to, calm those waters. I don't know if you can see that very clearly. But, if you're one to sort of push away help from others, not saying I ever do that, but hey, we're all guilty of that, right? So allow somebody to help you. Allow that relationship to come in and bring you some help, some fulfillment, some type of support. And it might even be emotional support. You know what? Sometimes we need a cheerleader in our corner. Okay? Because then we've got the Ace of Swords here. Again, a loner card. New idea. Truth. Fresh start. Singled out. Okay, this may be something that you're facing with your family. It could be a situation at your work. You may have to decide, what are you doing with your parents? We're all sort of, well, we aren't all, but a great many of us are now, living longer, and we're having to decide healthcare for our elderly now. It's a new and different thing for many of us. So, this is the truth of the matter. This is that one truth that, you're going to have to maybe explain, or maybe you get this bright idea out of nowhere, but you're the only one who really knows the ins and outs of it. So the last couple of weeks, it looks like you've got a little bit on your plate. Okay, and so you're going to have to sort of maneuver through these energies with some tender loving care. Okay, make sure you take care of yourself while you're moving through this. Because this is possible, this relationship, this extra work, this new idea. This can all happen, okay? But again, you may have that feeling of isolation, that feeling of, I'm the only one who's doing all the work, and I'm getting nothing back for a minute. Okay, these are pretty low cards, right, number-wise. So there's no progression yet. So what's going to help you is the Knight of Swords. Okay, swift thinking, cutting to the chase, and a quick mover. Act on your decisions. Okay, do what you say what you mean. The Knight of Swords is going to bring clarity. And the Knight of Swords can be a little bit impetuous. He can sometimes move a little quickly. Now, it's interesting that we have the Knight of Swords as help to you, and then what you have to accept is the Chariot. And if you can see here, they're going in opposite directions. Okay, so what you think you may need to do, or what everybody's telling you to do, or what the norm is, the easier way, the fastest way, the path of least resistance because it's going to get there quicker, may not be what actually goes down. Okay, the Chariot is the ultimate victory card, but look, he's struggling too, right? He's got these two wild horses and they're going crazy. But he's going towards the future. Okay, the Knight of Swords is doing things the way they've always been done. And the Chariot is moving ahead, pushing through obstacles, staying focused, standing up for yourself. Number 7 is definitely taking stock in who you are, what you believe in, and standing up for it and going for it. This is a movement card. And this is a movement card. So take the movement and the knowledge of the Knight of Swords and apply it to the Chariot. Take what has been done in the past and what has worked in the past, but apply it in a way that you can take this new idea, okay? You can take the new idea and you can show that you can juggle and you can sort of keep these things going as long as you have help. Okay, you may have to delegate. All right, this Knight of Swords may be you delegating. You may be looking back saying, you know what, you need to help me at your work. You may need to say, you know what, I can't do all of these responsibilities. This is not in my work description. This isn't even my job, right? But, you know, for a short time you're doing it, and then all of a sudden you're expected to do it. Or, you know, I'm not going to take care of this household all by myself. I've been doing it that way for so long. You need to help me. Okay, delegate so that you can move forward. Does that make sense? I hope so. And yes, when people get told what to do, and then to do it, guess what? They don't like it. So again, you're gonna feel left out. They're gonna be like, oh, well, who do they think they are? You know, who put him on his high horse, or who put her on her pedestal, right? So, you know, it might be tough words. You might be focusing on, you know what, just getting to the point of things and just saying, you know what, I'm not going to lie about this anymore. I'm not going to put in the extra hours. I'm not going to put in the extra effort. I'm not going to be the one who makes the plans or pays for dinner, or, you know, finds the babysitter, whatever the case may be. This could be very mundane. And by mundane, I just mean sort of just everyday argument type stuff. So you may just be like, you know what, I need to delegate. I need to delegate. You're my partner, so act like it, right? I'm doing this all the time, and I'm tired of it. So, having said that, what you'll end the month with then, after going through all this, we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, let me tell you something. When I was shuffling before I started the video, the Three of Pentacles popped out, and I don't always take the cards that pop out. I look at it and put it back in the deck, because it literally, when I first grabbed the deck, it like popped out. So I looked at it, put it back in, kept on shuffling. It popped out 2 more times. And I was like, okay, I'll be interested to see, you know, where this guy lands. Well, of course, the end of the month, that's where we're at. So, you know, this is depicting a very focused individual who's actually getting paid for something they love to do. Okay, this is getting what you want for doing what you love. Okay, so this, of course, it's a pentacle card, so we always first think of work, but this could also be your family. This could be finally getting a little recognition, that help that you've been delegating and asking for. This could be that. This could be, you know what, I love taking care of grandma or grandpa, but I'm finally, I'm not going to do it for nothing. And you're getting paid for it. This actually speaks more in a financial or career tone. It really speaks more of a higher institution where, you might actually even be going back to school for something that you love, or you might be getting a certification. But it's interesting because this can be a very artsy card and a very workmanship card. It's got a lot of layers to it. So however this applies to your situation, I feel a lot of this really has to do with family and your at-home life. But again, in work situations, you may just decide, you know what, this hasn't, all of this. Let me re-explain. Maybe you've been feeling this at your work for a while, because you have to realize, yes, this is a mid-month mini from the 15th to the 30th, but these energies don't start and stop on that specific day, right? So this could have been happening a week or two or a month before, and could go on a week or two or a month after. Now, this I don't feel is going to dredge on, but you could have been feeling this way at your work, and you could have just been like, you know what, this isn't satisfying to me anymore. I'm out in the cold, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm really not feeling the benefit. Okay, so after requesting help, or maybe even asking your partner or somebody that you love. Your partner doesn't, you could be asking your best friend, asking your mom, your sister, your cousin, your friend, what should I do? How, what's your perspective on this? Get a different perspective. And they might say, you know what? You may have to start looking for something else. Keep this one going and look for another one. Okay, this job isn't cutting it for you. And you may have to, decide and make up your mind what it is exactly what you want. Speak it clearly. Okay? So then you're going to be putting out resumes. You're going to be putting the word out, right? You're going to be like, hey, if anybody knows anything, let me know. Does anybody have openings? And you'll start pushing through the obstacles and the challenges of doing this. There's a lot of duality here. We've got the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and then even in the Chariot we have the Two Horses. But, pushing through the obstacles and juggling, maybe, going to work and looking for another one. That's hard. That's a job, looking for another job, right? Or deciding if you're going back to school to do something you love, because you're just like, you know what, I'm super good at what I do now that I get paid for, but I don't love it. It's not my passion. I've always wanted to get a degree, or I've always wanted to do something else. I've always wanted to explore something else. This is showing that not only can you do it, but you should do it. Now's the time. No time to waste. Okay? Well, Taurus, I hope that helps you. I've got the Speed of Light Oracle deck from Temple of Balance, creator Miss Leanne Peters. And I'm just going to pull an Oracle deck card. We have Expression. And I'm going to read from her interpretation as, there's quite an in-depth. I want to get this focused here for you. So we've got expression, communication, listen, share, deliver, and trust. It's through the love and compassion from your brothers and sisters from the stars that this message comes to you. You are being encouraged to trust in the bigger picture right now, as your star friends are working behind the scenes to help you. When the timing is perfect, you will need to express your dreams and desires from the heart. This will help the manifestation of your dreams into reality. Move forward with the delivery of your message when you feel the urge. Push past all the fears and trust that you can speak this. And her mantra that she puts with this card is, I lovingly speak up from the urge of my heart. Okay, well that's kind of perfect, right? That goes with all of this. That definitely goes with this reading. It does show, pushing past obstacles, the Chariot. Absolutely. Push past your fears. And decide what it is you want. Be clear about it. Your ultimate single truth. And the universe is saying, you know what? We've got your back. Because this is your end game. Okay, Taurus. I hope this has helped you. I hope you have a fabulous rest of the month, and I will see you back in July.